In this video, we're just going to get straight to it. I'm going to show you how you can pass your prop firms with this simple NASDAQ 100 5-minute, 15-minute scalping strategy. Now, this is one of the same strategies I use to pass my challenges, to also grow my accounts, to also help other student grow accounts. Definitely make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel if you want to see more like this. And if you guys want a part 2 and more videos, comment down below as well so we can go ahead and continue to give you our very educational series of strategy videos. Now let's go ahead and get straight to it. So if you guys look here, you see right now we are currently on NASDAQ. We're going to be using 3 different indicators to help you guys out. One of the first indicators we're going to be using is a EMA moving average. Length will be set at 111, and then it will be at SMA method, and the length once again will be at 5. Once we have that, make sure you guys change the colors to blue and make sure you have it thickness at 3 so you can actually see this here. Another thing you guys want to pay attention to is getting the RSI. The RSI, we're going to basically keep it very basic. One thing we're looking at is the RSI. We're going to keep the colors we want to keep. We can change it, it doesn't matter, but the main focus here is to remove the RSI base EMA. We don't need that at all. And then also the next thing is make sure the length is set at 14. So after that, you want to look at everything else and keep it at default. We did not change anything here. Now, the last indicator that you guys are also seeing is the Lux Algo indicator. This is a really powerful indicator to help you with price action and market structure. If you trade any smart money concepts, or if you just a pure price action or market structure trader, this right here is a perfect indicator that you will want to use to help out. So the settings that we have is internal all. We're going to keep it at 5. Our swing, we're going to take that completely off. And then our order blocks, we're going to keep that off as well. And then the liquidity concepts, we're going to take that off as well. Fair value gaps imbalance, we're going to keep that on. We're going to make sure it's selected at FVG. And then also we're going to have our time frame set at 15-minute time frame, extend box at 10, and volatility threshold at 0. Everything else you can leave it at default because we're not doing anything else. The only thing that we care for the Lux Algo is the change of character plus, as well as the fair value gaps. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and talk about this strategy and talk about how the strategy will work and how to use the strategy. So what we're going to basically be doing is paying attention to the moving average. So if anything is above the moving average, we're only going to be looking for buying setups, and if anything is below, we're only going to be looking for selling setups. Another thing that we have to pay attention to is realizing what we call hidden divergence. Basically what hidden divergence is it's internal divergence outside of major divergence. So when we're looking at structure, usually internal divergence will be seen here instead of it being seen something like that. We have to pay attention to the internal hidden divergence. So if we see market is below the moving average and prices pulling down, we will need what we call a hidden bearish divergence. If we see market is above the EMA, we will need something called hidden bullish divergence. And once we get that, after we see price action and seeing that it's a change of character or either change of character plus, this is when we will go ahead and enter. We see that market right now is in somewhat consolidation, but we could possibly see it head up if it wants to remain in a solid uptrend. One thing that we have to see is we either need to see a change of character or a change of character plus after it is surpass our moving average, above the moving average. So seeing that we have a green change of character plus, that indicates that this could potentially be an uptrend. We need to either see a change of character or change of character plus above the moving average to identify that this is actually going to be an uptrend and not consolidate. The next thing we need to now see is pullbacks. Once we start seeing pullbacks, and once again we're only on a 15-minute time frame, we then, before we get into any buy, we need to see 1 or 2 confirmations happen. One of the go-to confirmations that is recommended and actually really required is the hidden divergence. Now, once again, what hidden divergence is internal structure. So if you look here and you see how this is a low and this is a low, and you see the RSI is giving you the exact same play, you need the opposite. So the RSI needs to either show it going this way for us to be in an actual sell or a buy. So in this instance, we see that we have an engulfing candle, which is actually something we're looking for. But since we don't have that divergence yet, we're not taking the trade. So we're going to wait for divergence to form so we are in the right instead of the wrong. We're paying attention, very close attention to this RSI. This is pretty much going to be our backbone of our entry. For those especially trying to figure out how everything works, we're looking for this, right? We're not trading anything. We're not trading anything. We're not trading anything until we start to see some sort of divergence. Now it looks like we're somewhat getting there with divergence, but we're not quite there yet. So let's go ahead and keep playing this one through. All right, so it looks like now we just formed some sort of hidden divergence. Hidden divergence is when you get the opposite from the other. Sometimes you'll either get an equal low. So here we pretty much have an equal low, right? However, here it's completely different. It's actually dropping. So like I said, it has to be different from what you're seeing. So now that we understand structure is saying that it's break a structure, and we have the change of character above the moving average, we're going to go for 1 or 2 plays. The first play is going to be a typical 101, and the reason why we're going for a 101 is because we want to make sure that we're in the right. Now the beauty of why I decided to go with NASDAQ over anything else is because NASDAQ, when it breaks out, it's over with. Like, you might as well just not even wait on a pullback, because usually pullbacks aren't as big as we assume it to be when it comes to a Forex pair. So if we're right, we can just be trailing this and just keep trailing this. We're going to take a 101 trade, and then the moment that we hit this, we can then move our stop loss to catch the 1 to 2. Now, majority of the time when you're dealing with this type of strategy and not really focusing on any other time frame, you want to be, let's say, consolidated as possible with your entries, because in your TPs, because you will never know if we might have had hit a daily level, or if we might have had hit daily support or resistance or demand or supply or anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and take this trade. We're going to actually TP at TP1, but let's say that we're basically doing either or, right? So we're going to go ahead and hit, or we're in a buy, and we see that we smashed TP1. So either or, you probably would have made money off of this. Remind you, we're on a 15-minute time frame, so this is pretty good dollars that you guys will be catching for all my scalpers out there. But let's say that you want to now trail your stop. I always tell everybody to move it to break even, and unfortunately we got hit at break even. Now that's all good, because once again, we're just going to play this again to look for some more setup. So let's go ahead, fast forward this over so you guys will see if we can find any more divergence. So I want to mark that trade that we had, which was, I believe it was here. That was a winner for us. Let's go ahead and cap that at a winning trade. And then now let's go ahead and see if we can find more divergence. So once again, we have no divergence going on, so we're just going to keep speeding this up until we get that divergence. It looks like I did skip past one of the divergence levels, but if you guys pay close attention, you would pretty much see here. Let me go ahead and show you guys. This one is actually something I missed. I completely looked at it. Fast forward too fast, but here you guys see we also have divergence once again. So let's say we were looking to take this trade long position and we decided to long this one. Once again, stop loss should just be a couple of pips away from the low. This is NASDAQ, so we're not looking for anything too crazy. But as you guys see here, we pretty much have a 101 trade here, right? And then on top of that, if we look here and we went for that 1 or 2, we definitely would have smashed that. That being said, this is pretty much how and why it's so important to trade this strategy with something like NASDAQ, because it's very volatile. You can make so much with this one, and you can catch a lot of pips with this one if you play this right. But divergence is key. Not only having divergence, you need the moving average to tell you what the direction is, and then once you have that, you definitely need Lux Algo to help you figure out these change of characters plus, and we also use the imbalance levels as well. Now, if you guys of course want access to all of this, you can tune into our Discord where we get more active. We do giveaways as well. If you guys want the discount for Lux Algo, I do have that as well. You can tune into that too. And most importantly, guys, make sure you subscribe, comment, like, and share this video. I would appreciate that. Your boy Solo with the very educational video series. I'll see you guys in my next video. Your boy Solo, I'm out. Peace.